The southern and eastern parts of Ukraine are still under fire from the Russians. Over the last 24 hours, 53 missiles have fallen on the city of Nikopol, located on the right bank of the Dnieper River near Zaporizhia. In the Dnipropetrovsk region, Russian rockets ruined a granary holding over 5,000 tons of grain. The Russian attacks also targeted the bridge over the Dniester River in Zatoka. The Ukrainian army did not remain idle and destroyed several Russian ammunition and weapons warehouses with US HIMARS launchers. The Russians, fearing Ukrainian attacks, decided to withdraw part of the fleet station in the port of Sevastopol to Novorossiysk. During the night, Mykolaiv suffered a massive rocket attack from the S-300 systems with modified missiles with increased destructive effect. Several districts of the city were fired upon. Large fires broke out on the premises of two companies. The information on losses is verified on a continuing basis. In the vicinity of Bashtanka, as a result of shelling, there was a fire in the grain fields. Villages are under fire in the vicinity of Bereznev-Huvata. The Russian occupation forces are massively changing dislocation sites. Some of the buildings where they were previously located have been abandoned by them. Now they're taking up positions in densely populated areas with the idea that the Ukrainians will refrain from attacks so as not to harm the local population. Volodymyr Zelensky decided to suspend the Prosecutor General, Irina Venediktova, and the head of the Security Service of Ukraine, Ivan Bakanov. The decision to remove them from their duties is related to the tardiness in carrying out thorough reforms, consisting in cleansing the structures of state services of collaborators and traitors. They will remain suspended from their duties pending the inspection. In the event of a negative result of the investigation, a motion will be sent to Parliament for their resignation. To date, more than 650 criminal proceedings have been registered against law enforcement officials in connection with high treason and collaboration. About 200 people were informed about the possible crime. More than 60 employees of the Ukrainian Prosecutor's Office and Security Services remained in the Ukrainian territory occupied by Russian forces and cooperated with the enemy. Such a scale of crimes against the foundations of the national security of the state and the links discovered between employees of the Ukrainian security forces and Russia's special services raise very serious questions to the relevant heads of these bodies. Each of these questions will receive an appropriate answer. Meanwhile, in Germany, there is a lively discussion about giving up the use of Russian gas and looking for alternative energy sources. This decade will be a transition decade, a decade in which we will build the foundation for a carbon dioxide neutral economy. Putin's brutal aggression against Ukraine, the use of energy as a weapon, soaring energy prices all encourage us to do so. We must stop using coal, oil and gas. Today, at a meeting in Brussels, the foreign ministers of the European Union debated on financial and military support for Ukraine. Despite the serious inflationary impact on the community's economies, a further €500 million has been announced to be allocated to arms supplies to Ukraine.